Hello everybody, this is Deanna with Food Bank Beautiful, and it is Thursday, September 11th. Now this is a day of national remembrance. Everybody remembers 9/11. So let's hope for a more peaceful environment in the future. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. All right, Food Bank is what we're here to talk about. So I did go today, and I really left a lot of options there, and I still walked away with what I think is a super generous food bank haul. Now they had things that I did not take, and I'll try to go through the categories so you guys can have an idea of what you might have picked up had you been at my food bank today. All food banks are different. You guys know that. What's available to me on one week might not be available to me the next. What I have in my little town might not be available what's in your town or city. So this is just representational of what I get and how I use it for my family. Now, looking at what I got, I'm gonna do a mental thing in my head. So I probably can get, I think I can get 4 meals out of those tacos. Well, let me not spill the beans. All right, let me show you the counter. If you can get the milk, that's the last thing over here. Okay, and all of my produce is in a bag back here, which when I do this, I will get that produce because they had lovely produce today. So to my food bank in Granite Falls, I say thank you so much. All of your volunteers are so lovely, so kind, so nice. And honestly, I think you do a beautiful food bank, and I appreciate it for my little family of 2. So thank you. All right, here we go. Now, let's start with the drinks. And I have 4 of them. And if you will recall, the last time I went to the food bank, I got these as well. So these are the sparkling lemonades. And I got 2 cherry, 3, there's one more over there, 3 cherry lemonades and a straight lemonade right here. And my husband is drinking the last of the 4 that I got last week. He's drinking it right over there right now. So this will be lovely. He likes these. Occasionally I will drink the cherry ones, but mostly my husband drinks these. Okay. I also this time got a half a gallon of milk. And that's very nice. I don't have any coffee creamer. I think I've got some powdered milk still in the pantry, but this will be lovely in coffee, and I'm going to find some things to do with it. I'm just going to stick it in my refrigerator real quick since we're done looking at it. There we go. Okay. For dairy, we also got a package of pepper jack shredded cheese. I love packages of shredded cheese because it's so easy. Throw it on top of anything, it instantly becomes edible, right? This is your friend. Get a chance to get something like this, grab it. Okay, this I picked up. Now, I have never tried this before. It is a chicken street taco kit. It makes 12 tacos. It has all kinds of ingredients in it. It says sell by September 10th. Today is the 11th. I'm making that for dinner tonight. And then we'll probably eat the leftovers later. Isn't that cute? That's so cute. All right. Actually, I might deconstruct that and make a little casserole. I've got a little enchilada sauce in my pantry, and that's enough to make a little casserole dish for Addie and I. I have some canned beans and everything, so I might do that. Let's see. Okay, now they also gave me, which you don't always get, but I had the opportunity today to get some flour. I do a lot of baking. I bake my own bread when I don't have any bread. I make biscuits. I make pancakes. I make muffins. So I'm happy to have that. Now, they did have quite a bit of snacks. And so one of the snacks, I like them, but I thought Addie would really enjoy them. And that is 4 packs of almonds. And if they're not roasted, I will roast them. So there we go. And we also got 4 packs of raisins. Okay. probably a cup of raisins there, I would say. And I have plans for those. I have some oatmeal. And I want to make oatmeal raisin monster cookies. And I believe that I have everything to do that now. I got some butter last week, and we did not use that butter at all this week. We saved it. But this week, I'm going to use that butter to make oatmeal raisin cookies. I'm very happy about that. Okay, now I did get for proteins, I got a big package of ground chicken. I think it feels like it might be 2 pounds. Yeah, it's 1.5. Okay. And then they also graciously gave me a pound of ground beef. I was also offered some vegetarian hot dogs, which I declined. I wish that I could eat that, but I don't. And then they had like salmon steaks, and I just I said no to salmon steaks. So you could have gotten what I got plus those 2 other things if you needed them. Now, bread-wise, we have bagels with raisins. And I like to eat that in the morning with peanut butter on it. It's so good toasted. We also got a beautiful loaf of this rustic bread. That's so good. Let me go through that. If Addie makes hummus, we'll use that bread for hummus. For pantry staples, I got a 2-pound bag of rice. I love rice. Do you guys love rice? Rice is so good. And my favorite, pinto beans. I love pinto beans. Now, I will probably can these this week and have those on my shelf for the next few weeks for dishes I want to make with canned beans. I'm really hungry for baked beans. But I'm the only one who eats them. Grandma would eat them when she was with us, but Addie doesn't eat them. And so I have to make a really tiny pot, or I can share with the boys down the hall. They also gave me the cutest, sweetest little cake mix. Isn't that adorable? That is so cute. Now, I think I have a can of frosting in the refrigerator. And I could make this cake and have the frosting and we could all enjoy it, right? But there is a little girl who lives next door that I adore. And her grandmother brings her over and they feed my chicken the grandmother's kitchen scraps. And she picks up Evie. She likes Helen. She chases the hell out of the rooster. I don't think he likes her as much, but she's adorable. And I thought, you know what? This is such a cute little cake mix. If I put a frosting with it and maybe a dozen of my chicken eggs, the little girl and the grandmother could make chocolate cupcakes because I think they'll enjoy it more than I will. Now, I could make this for my family. I could. But the problem is there's 2 of us. This big old cake is big. Okay, let's continue. Usually I pass on soups, but this time they had 2 things that I really could use. Well, I'm sorry. Yes, 2 things. Okay, so my husband sometimes will want a canned soup, and this is chicken, lemon, and orzo. He will eat that. And if he doesn't eat that, I will eat that. Okay, that is a beautiful lunch right here with a piece of toast or a biscuit, whatever you've got. That is seriously yummy. I also picked up a can of cream of mushroom soup. That allows me to make casseroles somewhere in the next week or 2. Okay? Thinking ahead. Not everything is right this second. I also got a little can of chicken. I have some grapes left in the refrigerator. I think they're still okay. I should make chicken and grape salad and eat it on maybe this rustic bread. That would be delicious. Okay, spaghetti. We eat a lot of spaghetti in this house. And 1 can of spaghetti sauce. I believe with that chicken and hamburger, I'm going to thaw it out and I'm going to make meatballs that are half chicken and, well, they're 1.5 pounds of chicken and 1 pound of hamburger. I think it'll be delicious. So, oh, I got some other things. Are you guys losing your ever-loving minds yet? Usually I pass on the snack section, but they had this. And I think that my husband and I will enjoy eating this when we sit out by the fire. So we got it. Now I'm going to leave you for a minute and I'm going to pull up my produce because I'm very happy with my produce, but it's all loose and I want to put it where you guys can see it. You having fun yet? You thinking about your top 5? You thinking about what meals? If you had a family of 2, could you go a week on what I just showed you without the produce? You definitely could. Let me get the produce and then we'll talk about it. All right, I'm back. Just like that. Girl gets it done. Okay, behind me is a little bit of produce. I'm going to grab that first and show you, and then I have some here, and then we're done. But I want you to think about your 5 things, like I said earlier, and I want you to think about if you had this and nothing else, could you feed your family for a week? And the answer is yes. Yes, you could. So let's look at the produce. We have a gorgeous head of lettuce. I'm gonna make a big old salad. You know my favorite, carrots. Oh my God. Oh, son of a gun. I love those carrots. 1 stray lettuce leaf. It's pretty good shape. I don't think the chickens will get that one. We'll see. Then I got this again. Now, my husband and I went through that last tray all week long. We ate chips and dip. I sliced these, I chopped them and stuck them in the freezer. I chopped my peppers and stuck them in the freezer. The broccoli in that package was not, wasn't fresh enough. We're not able to eat that. We ate all the peas and we ate all the peppers. So we are going to do that again, okay? We're going to do that again. Here we go. Last but not least, oh no, I still have other things, right? Shoot, you guys, this is just going on forever. Okay, I have 2 bananas. There was quite a box of bananas. You could take as many as you wanted, but really, I just need 2. I'm going to chop them up, stick them in the freezer, and use them in my smoothies. I have this gorgeous pepper. Isn't that pretty? Do you love that? There we go. Then I have, you're just going to trust me because I'm only going to hold up 2, but I actually have 8 red potatoes. That's gorgeous. Addie and I can roast them or we can have them baked. We can do mashed potatoes, whatever we want. And we have these 4 glorious apples. Now we can eat these fresh and we do sometimes eat our apples fresh, but honestly, we prefer to juice it. So now I've got carrots and apples and I think I'm going to juice them maybe tomorrow. Okay. And then here is a bowl of fruit. It's a big bowl. So in that big bowl, there are 4 pears that feel pretty hard. So I'm going to set those out. There are plums, which I do not like. I will not eat a plum, but Addie will eat a plum. So I've got 4 plums in there. You were allowed to get 8 little of these cutie pies, which I did. And I think that is it. Yes. So that is a lot of fresh fruit and fresh produce and protein and carbs. Right? And even sweets. The chocolate cake, if I keep it myself, that would be great. We'll love it. I can share the cupcakes with the boys down the hall. Or I can wrap it up in a little ribbon and give it to the little girl next door and say the chickens wanted her to make cupcakes. That's how I give her things. Addie and I never give her things, but the chickens, oh, the chickens love that girl. Grammy set aside her favorite stuffed animals. I'm keeping a couple. Ooh, Grammy. Yeah. She set aside a big bag of her gorgeous stuffed animals, the ones that were in pristine condition, absolutely gorgeous, that Grandma has treasured. And when she passed, well, not when she passed, but we talked about it before, and she wanted me to give those to the little girl next door. Now, the little girl next door has no idea that I, do this channel. I don't think anybody does really, but she's so sweet. We love her. The chickens love her, and she'll come in and she knows where the chicken food is and where the chicken treats are. And sometimes I have bread that's gone stale and she feeds that to them. So she's a lovely little girl. I'm happy to have her as a neighbor, and her mom is super nice too. I'm not her mom. I mean, I've met her mom. Her mom is lovely, but it's the grandma that lives next door, and she's really nice too. Okay, that is it, and I have rambled on to eternity. So let me turn off the camera. I'll pick out my 5. You guys pick out your 5, and then we'll see what happens. Now, if I went to the food bank and they only gave me 5 things, I don't care. whatever you have, I will make good use of. But these are my 5 favorites, and I'm very happy with everything, okay? First of all, this pepper jack cheese. This can change things. This loaf of rustic white bread. That is floating my boat, people. And now the rest is boring, but honestly, this is my favorite. The stinking carrots. The apples. I might have more than 5. So I forgot something. All right, indulge me. The broccoli and that veggie tray. Okay, if I had to do my 5 from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I guess I'd take the bread over the cheese. All right, you guys, you are lovely. I hope you have a very good evening. I don't know when I'll post this. I haven't even posted the ones I've done before. I know I've been absent for some time. By now, you know that Grammy passed away, and today I went and took care of her will, got it situated with the county, and we'll start that process. But grief is a, can I say this? Grief is a little bitch. Boy. Oof. She'll come at you. When you think you've got it all under control and you're past it, no. It comes up out of nowhere. And then there's times of complete joy. You know, Grammy wanted to pass away at home with her family. That's what she wanted more than anything else in the world. And my husband and I were able to give that to her. And I was only able to give that to her because my husband was willing to make the sacrifice. And we never called it a sacrifice, but it was. My husband had to give up some of his retirement plans. We had to put some of our stuff on hold. We went through some really hard things when we had Grandma. And I think I say this in every video now that I talk about Grandma, is that, you know, promises made. And promises kept. That's it. Promises made and promises kept. Addie promised me I could have Grandma. And I could take care of Grandma in the way that I felt I needed to. If that meant nursing care, we put her in nursing care. If that meant at home, then it meant at home. And the things that he did to allow me to take care of Grandma, priceless. Okay, that man. Plus, girls, he unloads the dishwasher. I know. I hope you all have a significant other who is as lovely as mine. Now, I've kind of rambled what I was saying, but I'm going to end it here. I am going to make those tacos. If we like them, I'll show them to you. If we don't, oh no, I'm going to redo those into a casserole. Maybe I will show you. Oh, what the hell. I'll be back. All right, I'm back. Did I put all my groceries away? No. No, I did not. But I put everything that needed attention away, and the rest of it I will deal with later. You know I love chaos. Actually, I hate chaos, but I create a lot of chaos because I'm messy. Messy, messy, messy. Okay, let's take a look at this kit. So this has quite a bit of seasoned chicken, some shells, some salsa, some cream lime sauce, some limes, and some cheese and some produce. So that looks really good. This was $14.77 at Costco. Let's open her up and take a look. Now this chicken, I'm going to taste it because I'm kind of, I don't know if I should be scared. I feel scared. Costco, don't let your girl down. Here we go. You ready? I'm scared. Don't be scared. That was really delicious. Thank you, Costco. Okay, so we have quite a bit. I'm going to put the camera down here. We have maybe Can you guys see? Okay, we have quite a bit of chicken. We have salsa, we have cilantro lime sauce, and we have 12 tortillas, some little things of lemon. Here we have quite a bit of cheese and a little bit of lettuce. Now, I'm not feeling the lettuce, but my chickens will love it. Now, I'm going to go get a can of enchilada sauce from my pantry, and I'm going to use that. And we're going to use this, and I might get into that pepper jack cheese, and I might dice up that red pepper and toss that on the top. We don't know. Okay, it's a mystery. Let me go get that can. All right, I'm back. Trip to the pantry. I was hoping to have pint-size pinto beans, and I do not. But I did have a pint of navy beans, which I love navy beans. So I'm going to use this. This was from the food bank once upon a time. I canned it in December, and now it is September, and I'm using it. I only have 2 or 3 cans of the beans left, so I've got to start canning. I'd like to can my dry beans when I don't need them, so that when I do need them, ta-da, I don't have to do the work. Okay, and then I also got a can of enchilada sauce. This is mild. I'm going to use that. And then I grabbed a little bit of taco seasoning. I want to season those beans. So I'm going to rinse those beans, season them, and then we're going to put this together. Okay? All right, I'll be back. Okay, I have rinsed my beans, and I'm going to add a little bit of taco seasoning. I think it's going to be hard for you to see me down here, but you see me right there? Okay, sorry about the angle of the camera. If that bothers you, you do you. You find somebody with the straight camera and enjoy it, okay? All right, I put a little taco seasoning in those beans. Just a little. I want the protein from the beans. I put beans in almost everything. We love beans, so it's not a struggle for us. Whoops, let me taste one. Needs a little bit more. I'm just going to sprinkle. You don't need to watch me do that again. Okay, here they are. Let's season them up. And what I might do... Oh, that's much better. I'm going to add a little bit of this salsa to my beans. I want my beans to have flavor. I want my husband and I to be able to eat this for 2 or 3 days of leftovers and really enjoy it. Okay, now let me open my can of... That's my oven photobombing us, saying, get busy, girl, get those enchiladas in the oven. Okay, here's my enchilada. Let me open it up. Okay, here's our bowl. Let's see if we can you guys see that? You're going to watch the bowl for a while. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of my enchilada sauce on the bottom. Go ahead and give that a fairly nice little turn. We're going to open up these corn tortillas. Maybe. Oh my God, that was tough. I'm going to pull them out. They look really good. They look perfect. And we're going to build our enchiladas. So I'm going to put 2 things down there, and on that layer, I'm going to add my, should I do chicken beans? I'll do chicken, beans, and then chicken. Now, I've washed my hands, okay? But I'm just going to take my hand and put about half of that chicken on this layer. Spread it around. Maybe a little bit more. Okay, that looks good. Then I'm going to pop on, do I want a little cheese? They have got cheese here. Let's use their cheese. Okay. There's that. What you need, Lovey? Lovey's not going to talk while the camera's going. In fact, I'm getting hand signs. Oh, yeah. Can you guys see me? Yeah, it's love, but I saw the bird. All right, we got the cheese in there, right? So let's put on another 2 tortillas. That looks good. Let's get a little saucy on there. I'm a little messy, not Julia. We're going to add our seasoned beans, okay? I'm going to mash those around. And that is just going to be part of this meal that makes it filling and homey, and it stretches what I got. Now, to that, I'm going to have a little more cheese here. Let's use it up. I'm going to open up my pepper jack. Okay, let's open that up. See if I can without scissors. Oh, it looks like I can. And we're going to use a little bit. Okay. All right, there we go. Now we're going to put on another layer of those little tacos, corn tacos. A little bit of saucy. Mix that around. We're going to add the rest of the chicken. Loads and loads of chicken, you guys. Holy cow. The chicken on this, I would say, is absolutely generous. I don't know how many servings they make this for. I'll look and see if it's on the packaging. But there's our chicken right there. Doesn't that look glorious? Okay, to that, I'm going to add just a little more enchilada. We don't want anything drying out. And then we're going to put 2 down, like so. Maybe I should do a 3rd one. Okay, that looks good. Now, we're going to saucy the top of this. Okay. And I'm going to put that enchilada sauce and freeze it for the next time I need a little bit. It's not going to go to waste. Okay, I'm going to use that pepper jack cheese again right here, and I'm going to put a layer on the top. This is going to be a gorgeous, luxurious, rich meal. We have some extras in this food bank that we got, and so this meal is going to feel absolutely luxurious and delicious. Okay, let's come back to me. So I am going to put that in the oven at 375 for about 45 minutes. It should be delicious. While that's baking, I'm going to clean off this counter and I'm going to load the dishwasher because the man who swings the bird around when he comes in when the camera's on is sitting right there and loaded the dishwasher for me. Seriously, that man is yeah, he's gorgeous. Okay, so I think that is it. This is what's left on the tray. I'm going to use those little limes when I serve it. That'll be delicious. And I see some more chicken, so let's not waste that. Oh, you don't have the camera, but I'm dropping it on top of my casserole. We don't want to waste. Now there is, they provided a little bit of salsa, like cabbage and lettuce right there, but I am not going to use that. I could certainly use it. In fact, let me just eat it for you. And son of a gun. Maybe we are going to eat that. That's got a lime juice dressing on it. Okay, well, I changed my mind. I'm going to serve a little pinch of this crunchy lettuce on top of the servings, and that will be delicious. So, people, I know you guys do this. It's like preaching to the choir, right? You all do it, and you do it better than me every single day. Take what you've got when you go to the food bank, lay it out on the counter. You know, put your own video on. Video yourself and add your video to YouTube, right? We support each other. We know what we're going through, right? Okay. So, yeah, I'm going to load the dishwasher. I'm going to put this in the oven, clean up this mess, and I'm going to think about how far this grocery thing can go. So right now, this minute, I know I don't eat breakfast every day, and neither does Addie. And when he does eat, it's usually a toasted muffin or or whatever. But there's a 6-pack of bagels and there's a big loaf of bread. So I know right away that we could eat toasted bagels. I have some butter from the food bank, so we could put butter on it if we wanted. I do have a little tiny bit of cream cheese with the chives and stuff in it, but not with the raisin bagel. So that could go on the other bread. That's okay. That'll be good. We have tons of fruit. So I can do breakfasts easy, 7 days with the oatmeal, the raisins, the bagels, the bread, my eggs. I can make French toast, right? If that's not seasoned Italian, it probably is. I probably won't make French toast out of that. I've got that meat that I got, and I'm going to go ahead and thaw it out, and I'm going to make meatballs, and then I'm going to make a big pot of spaghetti with meatballs. Addie and I will eat that for days. We love it. So right there, I know that I could feed my family, but I also have other things. I have soup. I have fruit. I have rice. I mean, I can really make it stretch. So I know you could too. I will come back and show you this, and of course I will take a bite. And for those of you who have been with me for a while, I want to say thank you so much. You guys are lovely. For those of you who might have dropped in brand new, I'm going to say the same thing. You made it this far. That is glorious. I don't have a gratuitous shot of Helen. She's outside. Yeah. And Addie's on the porch, so I'm not going to bring her in to show you, but she's fine. And so is Evie, and so are all the other chickens. So, you know, Grandma's here. Grandma. We love you, Grandma. Oh, we really do. Okay, let's get this in the oven. All right. You guys are going to get a picture of my fat butt putting this in the thing. Here we go. I like to put my stuff on a baking pan because it's easier to take it out of the oven with the baking pan underneath it. So here it is. Can you guys see that? Just like that, and then it's easy to take out with the hot pads. Okay, there's that. There's that. Let's set the timer. 45 minutes. There's my fat belly too. I'm just a fatty. I am a fatty. Fat girl. That's okay. All right, let me put this away. I feel a little bit hyper. I had to take some pain meds earlier, so I don't know if that's the pain meds or if that's just me. All right, I will take care of this. I will come back and show you when that's finished. All right, ta-ta. Okay. My husband is eating his piece of dinner right now, and he said it was excellent. His words, not mine. And I just served my plate, and as you can see, I'm using my fancy china. There it is. I'm going to have some of this cilantro lime sauce on the top. I just tasted it, and holy cow. I think that's what makes this meal from Costco a winner. I'm going to add a little bit of the salsa. Just a little. Just like that. And now I'm going to taste it for you guys. Okay? Let's see what it tastes like. So, I love corn tortillas. I love chicken. That lime sauce is just, Okay, here we go. Lovey, you're right. That is super good, right? Holy cow. Let's try some of the chicken. Okay. That is a 10 out of 10, hands down. I have seen this kit a lot at the food bank. It's there, you know, a couple times. And I have never taken it. But when I see this again, I'm going to take it. Okay? Because this casserole will probably give Addie and I between us 6 meals. 3 for him, 3 for me, or whoever eats it first. We don't care about that kind of stuff. Okay, that was it. So, if you feel like you don't have enough resources to feed your family, I want you to Google food bank near me, put in your zip code, and see what comes up. Then you can call them and ask them their hours, if there are requirements, if you need to bring anything with you. Most food banks are pretty simple, right? They'll take some demographic information, and that's really all they need. And then they'll tell you what their rules are and their guidelines, and you'll be set up. And if you do go, you come back and let me know, okay? I would love to know that, you know, you're feeling better about the thought of going to a food bank and what you can do with your food bank food. All right, you guys, I'm going to eat this. You guys have a great evening. Ta-ta.